what is data science and how it can make and bring a big impact on your professional life. So first, let me introduce myself. I'm Astha Shah and I'm working as a data scientist at SKF. I have an experience of about 3 years and I've hosted these kind of sessions for 1,000+ people. And I've also mentored people not only in data science field, but also in public speaking and presentation as well. For now, I'm going to share my screen. Or the support can help me do that. 1 second, let me just get this running. Okay, so before we actually dive into the technical aspects of what data science is and how it can be very, very useful to us, I just want to make things a little bit clear between all of us that this should not just be another session or another boring meeting or another very technical aspect, which is very difficult to understand and very difficult to take in. It should be very, very interactive between both of us, right? ऐसा लगना चाहिए कि एक proper interaction meeting चल रही है हमारे बीच. We have to make sure कि कोई doubts नहीं हो हमारे बीच, because that is the first step to actually make sure that we are on the right career path, right? So make sure, do not hesitate. You can ask your questions in the chat box. It's always available. And I think that is the best way we can learn together, right? So can I get a thumbs up or a yes from everybody? We will be active in this entire session, interact as much as possible, make sure there is no doubts between anybody, and make the best out of this, right?
Yes.
Yes. Great.
Yes.
Can I have some energy from everybody? Is everybody energetic to know about data science and energetic to see what actually AI and ML is actually transforming this world, and we have to be a part of that journey, right?
Right.
Great.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so I'm about to share my screen. Please let me know if it is visible or not. All right. Is it?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. So we're here to talk about data science, obviously, and the various career opportunities in data science. So if you are in the professional pool of market, you know that data science is so much into fashion and so much into consideration. Everybody, even those who are completely into full stack development or those who are not working as a data scientist professional, they are wanting to know what is data science. उन्हें पता करना कि अरे इतना कैसे ये popularity gain कर चुकी है ये data science field. And you know why this is becoming so popular? Because as you can see over here as well, you can get a package between 5 to 25 lakh per annum as a fresher in the next 11 months. Obviously, if you know the appropriate things and appropriate skills that is important in data science, right? Just knowing data science won't help, right? There are so many aspects, so many skills that one has to know in data science. And so even now when we are discussing about so many professionals जिन्हें actually एक data scientist बनने का मन है, but are they able to do that? Are they able to earn 5 to 25 lakhs per annum even if they are not a fresher? The answer is actually no. And that is because there are so many things, so many skills that is to be learned, and not everybody is able to go and have the correct roadmap to do it, right? So DG Perform is here to just let you know that a data scientist is not rocket science, right? One can know how to do that, and one can know how to actually pursue that and earn 5 to 25 lakhs per annum. Okay. So I'll just take 60 minutes of you all and we'll discuss about the data science career, how we can make a career in data science, what are the various real life examples, the career options, how can we get a package between 5 to 25 lakh per annum, why DigiPerform Master Program in Data Science is the best all-in-one program, and we'll have certain sample work which will let you know how these things actually work, and then we can have a Q&A session even in between as well. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about DigiPerform. So DigiPerform has been a digital educational service partner company of HT Media, and it was established in 2014. And just in 3 years, we became the most trusted brand in digital education 2017, right, by WCRC Leaders Asia. So this is a trusted brand, and that's why there are about 40,000 plus people who have been trained data scientists from DigiPerform and are doing great. All right. We were also awarded as the Fast 50 India's most promising brands in 2017 itself. All right. So you are in the correct platform at this point if you want to become a data scientist. Okay. We have a strong alumni community base as well. So that community connect, once you are a part of DigiPerform, would never go in vain. You will always have a support, right? Just as in a college or in a community, you have the support whenever required. DigiPerform is the same community for you, right? And we have so many individuals who have trained from here doing extremely well. We have so many trainers from big MNCs like Microsoft, and each and every support is for you available as a community in DigiPerform. Okay, so let's dive into data science. What is data science and why are people going mad and heels over head for data science? So what is data? हम जब actually access कर रहे होते हैं normal laptop पे कुछ देख रहे होते हैं, या फिर we are actually launching a new app on our phone, you might see data is everywhere. You guys agree, right? Data is everywhere. Yes?
Yes.
So, exactly. So data can be in the form of text, images, videos, podcasts, audios. It can be in the form of any possible aspect. And you would actually notice this कि जैसे जैसे digitalization हो रही है ना, जैसे जैसे internet ज़्यादा आ रहा है, there is even more data present everywhere. You log in into a particular app, there is data there. A company is running, for example, इतने सारे historical data, इतनी सारी entries हैं, इतने लोगों को हमने already mail भेजा है, मतलब इतनी data है इस दुनिया में, and it is actually increasing. If I tell you the growth of data, every year we generate data equivalent to data that has been generated on the planet ever before. Each year we are growing data exponentially, right? So data scientists made sure कि जितने भी raw data form है हमारे पास, जितना भी tabular form में हमारे पास data है, that should make sense, right? There are so many old companies which was established in, let's say, 1985, and currently we are living in 2023, right? That is approximately 40 years of existence, or I don't know, please do the maths. But there are so many companies which have been existing since then, and you would notice कि सबके पास इतना सारा data already stored होता है. If we talk about the employees who have joined, who have been laid off, या फिर जो लोग रिटायर हो रहे हैं, उन सबका भी डेटा अगर हम देखने जाएं तो उन 40 सालों में you have to keep account of so many employees that have joined there, right? And for example, if that particular company manufactures, let's say, pens, okay, तो आज तक उस कंपनी ने कितना पेन मैन्युफैक्चर किया, कहाँ कहाँ पे उसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया, each and every aspect is stored with that company in the form of data. पर ऐसे जब हम वो डेटा देखने जाएंगे, you would see that data does not make any sense. मतलब what will I do knowing कि okay, 23rd April 2001 I sold the most amount of pens, but that realization of finding कि okay 2003 या 2023 में मैंने कितना पेन्स लिया है या खरीदा है या कितना सोल्ड हुआ है, ये सारी चीजों को actually analyze करना इतने सारे data में becomes very, very difficult, right? That's when actually data science comes handy, right? We have to know how to handle data. We have to know that itna sara data mein there has to be some amount of insights, some trends, there has to be some story that data wants to tell us. And ye kaam jo actually us data ko read kar paye, itne sare data ko read kar paye, is something that is done by a data scientist. Is this making sense? Is data scientist job sounding fun to you all? Can I get a yes or a no?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it sounding fun? Yes.
Yes.
Great. So I think we are all on the right track. If this is sounding fun, then I am pretty sure that the next 30 minutes is going to be even more amazing for you all. Talking about
Yes,
what
of
is data
course.
science? Yes. So talking about data science, if we are enabling companies to efficiently understand gigantic data from multiple sources and then drive valuable insights to make smarter data-driven decisions, that is data science, right? तो जैसा कि हमने उस एग्जाम्पल से भी समझा कि अगर कोई कंपनी बहुत पहले एस्टैब्लिश हुई है एंड देयर आर सो मेनी डेटा दैट इज एक्चुअली प्रेजेंट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ टेबल, but what we will do with that huge amount of data, only a data scientist would understand कि okay, अगर मेरे पास इतना सारा data है, how can I actually make sense out of it? How can I build a story? उस पुराने data को देखकर मैं अपने उस particular leader को, उस particular company के owner को वो data scientist कैसे समझा सकता है कि after looking at this data, these are the things you can do to make sure that from the next year, your company will make 25% more profit. This is the main motive of data scientist, right? वो make sure करते हैं कि जो भी कंपनी के ओनर्स हैं उन्हें कभी प्रॉब्लम ना आए, और जो भी प्रॉब्लम है वो सारी चीजें सॉल्व हो सके थ्रू द पास्ट डेटा, एंड दे are responsible for doing that. So it's a fun job, data scientists. They have to find so many things, dig into so many things. So if you are actually fond of thriller movies and finding new stuff, I think this absolutely has to align. And even if you're not, if something very, very exciting about graphs and trends excite you, I think data science is going to excite you so much. Okay, so now we are going to see a difference between data science, AL, ML, and analytics. So in this diagram, we can see that the first thing that we do, we are starting from right here, data mining. So obviously, data science के लिए अभी तो हमें ये पता चल चुका है that we have to come up with a data जिसे हम देखें, पता करें और उसके अराउंड एक स्टोरी बिल्ड कर सकें, एक एनालिसिस बिल्ड कर सकें. तो डेटा माइनिंग का मतलब होता है हम वो डेटा एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं, कहीं से ला रहे हैं, कहीं से ले रहे हैं, कहीं से डाउनलोड कर रहे हैं, और एनीथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट. सो दैट इज डेटा माइनिंग. Data analytics is the discovery, interpretation, communication of meaningful patterns in data. So after we have the data, हमें देखना तो पड़ेगा कि कौन सा data is actually helpful to us. How can that data make sense? And for that, what we do, we first and foremost clean that data. तो क्लीनिंग ऑफ डेटा क्या होता है कि जब हम रॉ डेटा निकालते हैं या फिर हमने एक कंपनी का डेटा कहीं से निकाला जो कि एक टैबुलर फॉर्म में होता है, टेबल्स बने हुए होते हैं, उसमें देयर आर सो मेनी रोज एंड कॉलम्स जिसमें कि इतने नल वैल्यूज होते हैं फॉर एग्जांपल, या फिर maybe there is some issue with the data type, the dates cannot be mentioned properly. So one has to make sure कि each and every column is cleaned. या तो ऐसे बहुत सारे unnecessary columns भी होते हैं जो मेरे data analysis में मुझे चाहिए ही नहीं. So I will make sure that that cleaning is done very, very diligently. And then finally we move to data science, which actually tells us about various scientific methods, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge. Excuse me. Okay, so data science हम तब यूज करते हैं जब हमने एनालिसिस कर लिया, हमने क्लीनिंग कर ली, हमें अब कुछ पैटर्न्स और इनसाइट्स दिख रहे हैं. After that, we start using algorithms there. We start using certain scientific methods to come up with various, let's say, या तो हमें future predict करना है तो हम उसमें forecasting लगा सकते हैं, या फिर we simply use algorithms which can help us know कि which particular aspect is the best for us. So this will actually, I will definitely show an example of how we can clean data, inspect about it. I'll do that in a bit. Before that, let's move to what is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, everything has been so much in talks nowadays, because now human intelligence is actually exhibited by machines, right? Machine learning is something which is so much into talks. मतलब अब एक machine है जो है वो सीख भी रही है चीजें. So that has been implemented so many, there are so many examples around here, and deep learning is again a technique for implementing these machine learning techniques. So there are examples which I will be quoting in the next half. But what are the skills that is required to become a data scientist? We require basic maths and statistics, advanced Excel, database management जिसमें कि SQL आता है. We learn about a data visualization tool. It is Tableau. Programming languages, which is Python. We'll have to do exploratory data analysis. There will be Python data science library, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, etc. Supervised machine learning techniques, unsupervised machine learning techniques, AI and deep learning. Okay, so we'll see how data science is being implemented these days. So do you know about this new feature in Gmail wherein if you have to write a mail, अब आपको खुद लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can just ask the AI of Gmail to ask you, let's say, please tell my tourist manager to cancel my tickets to Hyderabad on 30th of August. If I write that on the Gmail AI feature, it will automatically compose a mail for me, and you can simply send it, right? Have you guys heard of ChatGPT? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes?
No, ma'am. Please
Okay.
explain me.
Yeah, sure. So for
Kindly,
those who don't know what ChatGPT is a kind of, it uses kind of AI and ML. And when you open ChatGPT, you can ask any question to ChatGPT and it gives you an answer in the form of bullets, in the form of paragraphs or whatever you want. The ChatGPT is also using ML and AI feature, right? So that's how fast at this point the world is evolving. You can simply type a question and you get an answer from that particular AI. Okay, so there are so many driverless cars as well. So driverless cars को भी जब उसमें बहुत सारे sensors होते हैं, right? And that sensor is also trained with the help of machine learning. For example, if a car is a driverless car, तो हम पहले machine को train करते हैं कि okay, if there is another car in front of you, you need to slow down or you need to stop. तो हम उस सेंसर को सिखा रहे होते हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें, हम बहुत सारे बैरियर्स उनके पास लेके आएंगे और उस सेंसर को थ्रू ML machine learning we teach them that okay, if there is a barrier you need to stop, if there is another car which is moving in front of you you need to slow down. 2 meter for example is the minimum distance that should be there between the two cars. So ये सारी चीजें जब मशीन को सिखाने लगते हैं, that is known as machine learning, and that's how driverless cars are made. Like imagine there is no driver who has to drive the car does its own job only with the help of machine learning. Okay, so these are the certain aspects we'll be learning at DigiPerform. so much that you guys would be able to think of all of these stuff and make such projects so that there is the importance of machine learning to you all as well. There are so many applications of ML and AI as well. So I want to know how many of you use social media applications like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm sure most of us do, right?
Everyone does.
Everyone does, right? So if you notice that when you scroll on Instagram Reels or the YouTube Shorts, you would see that there is a certain algorithm which that particular app is using. If you let's say are watching more of food videos or food reels on Instagram, then the next 50 reels will be of food only, right? If you're watching
Exactly.
more of, let's say, fashion videos, then there will be more of fashion content. If you're watching more of, let's say, cute pet videos, you'll have more of that. So what do you think is happening over there? Is somebody listening to you? Is somebody knowing what is going on with your brain, or what do you want to see? It's actually an algorithm. It's all data science. It's all machine learning. It's all AI. It helps you to actually glue into that particular app for long, right? Because it is showing you what you really want to see. So that particular app is using so much of predictive analysis. It works on those hashtags, that how much of the videos you are getting are linked to the hashtags that you have seen for the longest duration of time, right? So these are the certain so many interesting aspects of data science which is available everywhere around us. And now we are at a point where you guys can actually know how all of this can be done and earn money as well out of it, right? So again, pharma and healthcare also uses these kinds of MLAI models. Media and entertainment itself. So if you open your Spotify or your Netflix, if you guys are into movies and web series, you'll see there's always a recommended list. Do you guys notice this?
Correct. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So there is a recommendation list wherein you will always see that the genre matches to what you have watched last, or maybe second last. So if you have watched that particular movie or that particular genre, or multiple times you've watched that particular genre, let's say I like watching thriller movies, and the last 5 movies that I have watched are all thriller movies, then my recommendations will be filled with only thriller movies and thriller web series, right? So that's how, we are known so much by our AI and ML models that they make recommendations so glued to our interests. So this is the interesting aspect of data science. And now when it comes to us, we want to build such models. We want to come up with something like that, which can glue people as well, right? Again, finance and banking aspects is also there. We can know about fraud detection, credit eligibility, financial advisory, and so on. Tourism. Okay. The next aspect is data storytelling. Okay. So once we have the data, as I mentioned, कि हमारे पास raw data आया, हमने देखा कहीं पे खाली खाली जगह तो नहीं है, there is no null values, we remove that. जितने भी unnecessary rows and columns है, हमें वो नहीं चाहिए, we remove that. We have cleaned that data. Now, how can we, for example, किसी के पास बहुत सारे 1,000 rows हैं, 1,000 columns हैं, then how are we supposed to analyze that particular data? It is not possible to look at each and every value of a particular table one by one, right? That's when summarization and visualization comes to picture. तो अगर मेरे पास एक डेटा सेट है जिसमें कि पूरे वर्ल्ड के पेन के सेलिंग को दिखाया जा रहा है, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल ईच एंड एवरी कॉन्टिनेंट, एशिया, अफ्रीका, अमेरिका, ईच एंड एवरी कॉन्टिनेंट का number of pens sold in each month अगर दिखाया जा रहा है और उसके अंदर के सारे cities का भी दिखाया जा रहा है, then that column will be so huge and it will be very difficult to know कि कहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा pens sold हो रहा है. So as you can see, अगर मैं ऐसा कुछ बना दूं कि एक मैप है और जहां जहां पे पेन्स ज्यादा बिक रहे हैं वहां पे ऐसे रेड डॉट्स आ जाएं, so I will know that okay, this part which I suppose is Europe is actually selling the most amount of pens. तो ये कितना easy हो गया, right? When I'm actually able to visualize a particular data, it becomes so easy for me to know that okay, I think this part sells the most amount of pens. And Russia, there is absolutely no one who is actually buying pens. ये चीज जब हम टेबल पे देखते तो हमें बहुत टाइम लगता है, राइट? कि ओके मैं सिर्फ देख रही हूँ कि जनवरी में 2000 पेन्स हैं, फरवरी में 1000 हैं, मार्च में so on and so forth, and I'm looking at each and every country, each and every city associated there. It becomes so difficult. So that's when visualization plays a very, very important role in data science. Does that make sense, guys? Yes, no?
Yes, it
Anything?
does.
Yes, it
It
is.
does? Great, great. Okay, do we have any questions till now?
No, ma'am.
No? Anybody? Should we move forward? Can I get a yes? No? Maybe
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
please.
Yeah. Great. Great. Okay. Let's move to when you become a data scientist, what are the daily roles and responsibilities of a data scientist and what exactly is done by them? So as the first step, obviously you have to pull data. Pull data in the sense, कहाँ से हमें वो data मिल सकता है? We can get it from the company for which we are working for. We can get it from the internet. We can get it from, let's say, the competitor market, anywhere, right? So we have to first come up with that data set. कि हमें कहाँ से वो tables में वो data हमें मिल सकता है. Next is merging data. तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि एक टेबल हमें एक कंपनी से, जिस कंपनी के लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं, वहां से मिल जाए, बट आई ऑल्सो वॉन्ट, लेट्स से माई कंपनी इज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग पेन्स, बट आई ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू नो दैट व्हाट आर पीपल एक्चुअली बाइंग पेन्स. तो मैं जाके देखूंगी कि बाकी सारे ब्रांड्स के कितने पेन्स हैं जो लोग ले रहे हैं, तो वो डेटा तो एक अलग टेबल पे आएगा, राइट? So merging data, coming up with a data which can be finally used for analysis, right? So this is known as data preparation. It involves data cleaning as well, जिसमें again जो हमें नहीं चाहिए उसे हम हटा देते हैं, जितने भी null values होते हैं, empty cells होते हैं, उसे हम हटा देते हैं. तो we make sure कि इतना clean हो data कि थोड़ा सा readable हो जाए, and it is easy for a data scientist, for us, to look for patterns and trends. Next comes the responsibilities of a data scientist after you have the data. सब कुछ हो गया हमारे पास, सारे tables अच्छे से हमें दिख रहे हैं. अब हमें analyze करना है, right? Because what are we if we are not able to analyze data, right? If as a data scientist, I'm not able to tell my company for which I'm working for, my client, as to what they should do to improve their business, then data scientists would not be of any use, right? So this becomes the most important aspect, which is analyzing data, looking for patterns and trends, and building data visualizations. So obviously, as I mentioned, कि tables को जब हम लोग देख रहे होते हैं, ऐसे हमें बहुत अच्छा नहीं लग रहा होता है, उससे हमें कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा होता है कि कहाँ पे कैसा data, कौन सा ट्रेंड है, कहाँ पे ज्यादा सेल्स हैं, कहाँ किस एरिया पे सबसे ज्यादा लोगों ने पेन्स खरीदे हैं. So for that, we use this. We analyze data using various data visualization tools. There is Tableau, there is Power BI. There are so many aspects from which we can learn data visualization. We look for patterns and trends and then come up with an insight. Obviously, we use a various variety of tools and softwares. Python use करना होता है हमें for NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, scikit-learn. So what happens is when you have a lot of data, you have to, let's say, come up with certain tables जो कि हमारे काम के हों. तो Python हमें वो करने में help करता है. And obviously, coming up with so many graphs, coming up with various other aspects, Python helps us in doing that. There are so many data visualization tools as well. There is Tableau, there is Excel. It helps you to convert the tabular form of the data into various graphs, just a pie chart. There can be column charts, there can be histograms. So data visualization tools are Tableau and Excel. Then there is data management system, database management system. It includes MySQL, SQL Server, MongoDB. Is version control tools, Git, GitHub, text editors, Jupyter Notebook, Visual Studio Code, and so on. Lastly, when we talk about data science, all of this above the 7th point is data analysis, right? Post this comes the data science part of it. We are developing and testing new algorithms, trying to simplify whatever problems that the data is facing and develop predictive models, all right? So when we are visualizing, like up to the 6th point, when we are visualizing, it's always the historical data. जो data हमारे पास already है, हम उसी में trends ढूंढ रहे हैं, उसी में ढूंढ रहे हैं हमने क्या क्या गलतियां की, उसी में ढूंढ रहे हैं हम क्या better कर सकते थे. But after that, we start figuring out as to what are the various things that can be done जिससे कि हम लोग आगे जाके और अच्छा कर पाए. तो प्रिडिक्टिव मॉडल्स बताते हैं जिससे कि प्रिडिक्शन करें हम लोग कि आगे अगर हमने ये सब चीज चेंज किया तो what can be better. So this is a part of data science, and we will be making new algorithms and coming up with predictive models as well. Okay, so before moving to data salaries, is the responsibility of data scientists clear, and does this sound interesting to each one of you?
Yes, very interesting.
Okay, anybody else? Yes, or no,
definitely.
guys?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Yes. Okay, that sounds great. Any questions if you all have on any point or any part of the responsibility of a data scientist?
Okay, so here's a question.
Mhm.
So are we going to learn each and everything, like every tool that you have just introduced to us? So are we going to learn each and everything, every tool in the data science?
Actually, yes. For Python, you'll be learning everything. Data visualization, Tableau and Excel, for sure, you'll be learning. Database management system for MySQL, SQL, MongoDB, you'll be learning about that, relational, non-relational databases, text editors, version control tools, each and every aspect which is necessary for you all to make a model which can be working with machine learning will be taught to you, which will have to be all of these. So yes, that will be done. And everything will be from scratch. You don't need to have any prerequisite or anything of that.
Exactly, that is what I wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
So because as far as I know, a complete data scientist includes all the tools, the management tools, and so all these things should be in the awareness and the knowledge of a data scientist, so that
Exactly.
you can make better out of something.
True. And I'll be discussing each and every module as well, which will be discussed in the course. So that will be done as well. But before that, I would like to actually share my one of the dashboards, because this is just the data visualization bit of it, right? And you guys will be doing it in a Tableau as well. So if you, as I was mentioning, that the data can be very raw, right? Over here, can you see the amount of data that is present? मतलब
Yes,
यहाँ पे 9,994 rows present हैं. And columns are not much though. However, the number of rows are humongous, right? और अगर मुझे figure out करना है कि इस पे क्या चल रहा है, it's very difficult, right? To go through each and every cell, know what is happening and come up with insights. So what we do is we visualize that data. तो यहाँ पे yes.
मैम ये जो डेटा है वो हमें कंपनी प्रोवाइड कराएगी या हमें फैच अपने आप करना होगा?
कई बार प्रोवाइड कर दिया जाता है, कई बार हमें खुद भी फेच करना पड़ता है.
ओके मैम.
Everything will be taught. That is not to worry about. Don't worry. I'm just showing you a model. कि जब आप ये सब सीख लोगे, everything will become so easy for you all. You will not be intimidated by the fact कि oh my god 9,994 columns को कैसे analyze करें. No, it's very easy, right? You can simply make a dashboard like this. There is, let's say, order year 2014 में मुझे देखना है कि कितने sales हुए हैं, तो मैंने simply 2014 पे click कर दिया और sales, quantity, average delivery time कितना था, ये सब हमें पता चल जाता है. Let's say 2015 के January month में मुझे जानना है, तो मैंने simply इन दोनों पे click कर दिया और मुझे पता चल गया कि okay, these are the sales that was happening.
Okay, so
And yes.
So as you know, as you said that कि 2015 का like we pulled the data of the 2015 and we got the amount, or we got a statement that this was the profit, or this was what we made out of 2015. So how it is going to help a company to build a good future out of this data?
True. That is a very good question, and that is the work of a data scientist. Okay, this is data analysis. Now, I'll tell you कैसे हम ये पता कर सकते हैं. Just a small example. For example, मेरे पास ये तो आ गया 2014, 15, 16, 17 में इतने sales हो रहे हैं, इतना हो रहा है. अब कंपनी इसमें क्या करेगी? मतलब अगर मुझे पता चल भी जाए कि 2015 में मैंने सबसे ज्यादा sales किया था, तो इससे मैं क्या करूं? Right?
Exactly.
So I'll tell you what a data scientist does. It figures out कि 2015 के जनवरी मंथ में शायद ठंड थी, क्या हर साल के जनवरी मंथ में सेल्स हमारे बढ़े थे, या फिर what it can do is, like if I'm talking about, let's say, यहाँ कैटेगरीज हैं, right? There is technology, furniture and office. Okay, and if you see almost equally divided लग रहा है ये पाई ग्राफ में हमें, right? बट अगर मैं सिर्फ टेक्नोलॉजी पे क्लिक करूं तो सेल्स कितना हाई है? 836. इसमें भी 742 है एंड इसमें भी अराउंड 719 है. सो द सेल्स आर ऑलमोस्ट इक्वल. नाउ कमिंग टू द प्रॉफिट, ऑफिस में अराउंड 122, टेक्नोलॉजी बिकम्स 145 एंड फर्नीचर बिकम्स जस्ट $18, जबकि सेल्स तो सबका सेम है. फिर भी जब फर्नीचर का हमने प्रॉफिट देखा तो वो सडनली बहुत ज्यादा कम हो गया. तो अब कंपनी को पता चल रहा है, कंपनी ने तो ये चीज इग्नोर कर दिया, बट व्हेन अ डेटा साइंटिस्ट लुक्स एट द पर्टिकुलर डैशबोर्ड और जब वो एनालाइज कर रहा है ये सब डेटा कि अच्छा सेल्स तो तीनों कैटेगरी का सेम है बट प्रॉफिट one of the categories is lacking behind. So what we can do, like as a data scientist, what I can do over here is मैं पहले देखूंगी कि सबसे ज्यादा क्वांटिटी सोल्ड किसमें है. तो मैंने देखा कि सबसे ज्यादा जो क्वांटिटी सोल्ड है 23,000 क्वांटिटीज आर सोल्ड इन द ऑफिस कैटेगरी, और ठीक ठाक प्रॉफिट भी ये बना ले रही है. लेकिन जब मैं बात कर रही हूँ फर्नीचर की, तो ना इसका क्वांटिटी बहुत अच्छा है और ना इसकी प्रॉफिट बहुत अच्छी है. तो आई वॉन्ट टू लिंक फर्नीचर एंड व्हाट वाज दिस ऑफिस सप्लाईज टुगेदर, क्योंकि ऑफिस सप्लाईज में ऑलरेडी इतने अच्छे सेल्स हो रहे हैं, लोग आके खरीद रहे हैं. तो मैं क्या करूंगी कि ओके, एक काम करते हैं, मैं ऑफिस और फर्नीचर को टैग अलोंग करती हूँ. मैं क्या करूंगी, मैं बहुत सारे कंपनीज जो मेरे से ऑफिस सप्लाईज ले रहे हैं, मैं उन्हें बोलूंगी कि ओके, हमारे पास फर्नीचर सेगमेंट भी है. व्हाट वी कैन डू इज वी कैन लीज आवर फर्नीचर टू यू, वी कैन रेंट आउट दैट फर्नीचर टू यू, सो दैट and every 5 years or every 2 years we can replenish that furniture for you. And since you are a regular customer to us, we will give you a special offer for all of this. तो ये सारे जो मैं रूल्स और ये सारी जो मैं टेक्निक्स अभी सोच रही हूँ, ये सब मेरी कंपनी के प्रॉफिट को बढ़ाएगा. ये बता के नहीं कि ओके 2015 में अगर मेरे पास इतने सेल्स थे, 2014 में इतने सेल्स थे, दिस विल डू नो गुड टू द कंपनी. बट एज अ डेटा साइंटिस्ट, व्हेन आई लुक एट ईच एंड एवरी स्मॉल एस्पेक्ट एंड कम अप विद वेरियस इनसाइट्स कि ओके, सिंस ऑफिस सबसे ज्यादा अच्छा क्वांटिटी सोल्ड है, हमें ऑफिस और फर्नीचर को लिंक कर देना चाहिए ताकि जो प्रॉफिट है हमारा, क्योंकि ऐसे भी फर्नीचर यहाँ पे रखा हुआ है, हमें अपना इन्वेंटरी कॉस्ट देना पड़ रहा है, यहाँ पे रखने का कॉस्ट देना पड़ रहा है. आई विल सिंपली रेंट इट आउट टू विच ऑफिस, टू दोज ऑफिसेज हु आर ऑलरेडी टेकिंग दो सप्लाईज फ्रॉम अस, ऑफिस सप्लाईज, उसका तो सेल्स अच्छा हो रहा है. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट?
Yes.
Yes or no? Yes. So this is the work of a data scientist, and that was a very, very good question. So do you get the point of a dashboard now? Everyone? Yes or
A
no? Or
summarized visualization of the complete data.
sorry?
Dashboard could be, a summarized visualization of the complete data.
Yes, exactly, exactly. That is what a dashboard is. And if you look at the data in the form of a table, ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा ही confusing हो जाता है, right? But in a
Exactly.
dashboard, you can see it's so easy to see. It's just sales, profit, quantity, total customers, lost products, profitable products, and so on.
So is this
Right?
dashboard made with the use of all the tools that we were talking about?
No, not really. Not all tools, but
Some of them.
data. This is because this is just data visualization bit. Data science wala jo bit hai na, wherein there is predictive model, there is way more of algorithms used that will require each and every aspect of it. This is just the part of it. I just, because this is just visually very, very understandable, I decided to show you all this particular dashboard because it's easy to understand, right? कि कैसे हमने tables से graphs में convert करके चीजों को समझा, right?
Yes. So how long does it take to become a, to learn complete? I think it won't be complete, but yeah, most of the data science part. How long does it take?
It takes about, I think, I mean, it can take a long, long time, right? But it depends upon each and every person again कि कितना time किसे लग रहा है. But if you are into it and you are giving about, let's say, 2-3 hours every day, then I think about 16 to 20 weeks is enough to learn machine
Oh,
learning and data science.
Okay, that's great.
Right? And even the modules that we have, it will make sure that till about 16 weeks you are well versed with each and every aspect of data science.
yes, yes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So moving on.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi,
Yes.
Sakshi this side. I do have a
Yeah.
question.
Tell me. Yes. Tell me.
Actually, I'm from a non-technical background. I'm in finance.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, it will take me a little more time than the technical ones to reach a certain level to understand all of this. So, how do you proceed with that? Do you help the non-technical ones with certain kind of training to get to a certain level, or can you help me with that?
I
Yeah.
think I think
Sure,
we are
sure.
going to start it from scratch. There is nothing like non-technical or technical. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sakshi, since you're from finance background, I'm sure you have a lot more knowledge of data, right? Like how things work and everything.
Yes, I.
And yes, please continue.
No, please continue.
Yeah, so since you have a knack of data, you know how working with a lot of data is. So I don't think that it will be a problem for anybody, even if that person is from a non-tech background. When we begin, it's just basic of Excel that we first teach you.
Okay.
And the main aspect that we tell each and every person who wants to be a data scientist is that you do not need to be afraid with the large amount of data that you see, because that is the first step. Because anybody that comes into data science and machine learning, there is so much data that the first step is to remove that fear of looking at so much of data, which I think is already not in you, right? Because you have worked with data already.
Yes, I do have that.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of data, but I was kind of skeptical about that, how a non-technical person will directly get into the data science. That's why I
No,
asked
that
this
won't
question.
be a problem at all. We'll be beginning with simple dashboards in Excel itself and
Mm-hmm.
then move on with it. So not at all an issue, not
Hello,
at all
ma'am.
an issue. Yes,
Okay,
please.
thank you.
Hello,
No
am I
problem.
audible?
Yes, you are audible.
So actually, I want to know that what is the difference between a data analyst and data scientist? So can you
That
please
is again
explain?
a very, yeah, that is a very good question. जो मैंने भी डैशबोर्ड दिखाया ना वो सिर्फ डेटा एनालिसिस था. जब मैं किसी डेटा को सिर्फ एक ग्राफ फॉर्म में दिखा दे रही हूँ, सिर्फ उस टैबुलर फॉर्म को एक डैशबोर्ड बना के दिखा दे रही हूँ, दैट इज डेटा एनालिसिस. बट व्हेन वी स्टार्ट यूजिंग एल्गोरिदम्स, प्रिडिक्टिव मॉडल्स टू कम अप विथ वेरियस फोरकास्टिंग कि अच्छा अगर मैंने ये चेंज कर दिया तो फ्यूचर में क्या क्या चीज बदल सकता है, वो पर्टिकुलर फ्रेमवर्क क्या है, वो एल्गोरिदम क्या है, वो प्रिडिक्टिव मॉडल्स क्या है, तो वो सब डेटा साइंटिस्ट का काम हो जाता है. ठीक है.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Any other question
No,
from
thank you.
anybody? No? Okay, great. So I think let's proceed on the steps to become a data scientist. First of all, we learn the skills, right? Obviously, first you check eligibility कि हाँ क्या हमें समझ आती है ये सारी चीजें. If yes, you simply move to learning the technical aspects of the of machine learning, of data science. Then we start doing projects, then we take an internship, and then we are finally job ready. So obviously we make sure over here कि हम projects पे भी उतना ही ध्यान दें जितना कि हमने skills पे दिया है, because that is a very important aspect of trying out things which we actually know is very very important, right? If somebody just teaches me for now how to drive a car and I do not have a car, then मैं जैसे पहली बार चलाऊंगी मैं accelerator की जगह brake मारूंगी and vice versa, and it will be very difficult to actually drive a car. So in the same way, after you guys have learned skills, we make sure that projects are something that you practice on, and then take on internships and get job ready in data science. And as I mentioned in the first slide, you should be ready to earn a job which can pay you about 5 to 25 lakhs per annum, right? Okay.
Ma'am, I was
Coming
asking
to,
something.
oh,
Hello.
sorry, I think there was a problem.
Sorry to
Yes,
interrupt,
Sandeep.
ma'am. Actually, before I was asking, but not sure why my microphone was not working at that time.
Okay, no
So,
problem.
ma'am, most of us had this doubt that, I mean, since we are interested in this program, so everybody has this question that, like, about this job category that you are claiming that you will help us to get a job in the range of 525 lakhs per annum. So,
Mhm.
most of us maybe finished their graduation, but I'm not. I'm still pursuing my graduation. I'm in the second year right now,
Okay.
and I'm interested in this course. I will go through whatever you will
Mhm.
teach us.
Mhm.
And like, what about after that? Since I'm not a graduate, and I'll not be after a year, so will I get the same opportunities? And if I get, will company select me
Of course, I think
based on my resume and
when
the project that I did in the whole year?
obviously, I think since you are in second year, you are starting early, you'll have most amount of time, right? You can do more projects, you can do more internships, and that will actually boost your resume even more. So that is never a problem. Starting early is always a good thing. And I'm pretty sure that it will
Uh,
be after your fourth year, after your graduation, you will be way more acclaimed, and there won't be any problem. And as I mentioned, DG Perform is a community we are building. Just like your college has seniors, we are actually part of the community, and we make sure that each and every person gets the support from DG Perform.
you will also help us to get into the interview. So do they ask for
This
degrees? Because see, I'm asking this because I dropped a year, then I went to the pharmacy that
Mhm.
I also dropped out from that college. Then I did
Okay.
some freelancing as well, and now I'm pursuing this course. So
Mhm.
I don't think I'll get a degree after a year, and I just want to get some clarification on this topic.
Okay, so
Because
about
I'll go through
mhm.
lectures, I'll prepare my resume, I'll do also the project and whatever you will teach us. But
Mhm.
I mean, what if you will tell me in the end that since you don't have a degree, so you should wait for a year more and come to us after that. Um, that is, can
Oh,
you just clear
No,
me on
no,
that, please?
this is just a skill, right? You don't need to worry on degree or anything else. And anybody who is giving you a job in data science is giving you a job on the basis of the skills that you have, on the basis of the projects you have done, on the basis of the internships that you have done. And the fact that the world is running on degrees have ended since a long time now. So you don't need to worry about that. And further questions on placement and fee structure and everything will be taken by the support team. I'm here for the technical aspect as of now. All right.
Okay,
So that will be
okay.
done
Sorry.
by the support team in a few minutes, I guess.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. No problem. All right. So we have actually discussed the technical aspects mostly. I just have to go through with the course structure. Once you are enrolled as a data scientist trainee over here, there are many aspects that we cover upon, and that is something I would like to run through all of you. So we are giving you a certification program in data science, analytics, machine learning, and AI. And there are about 6 sections that will be there. And after all of this, you will become a certified data scientist. Section 1 is mostly data science essential. It's just the beginning, the base of it. We'll make sure that each and every part of even the beginner aspect is covered, and there is no problem in the advanced part of data science. Section 2 is business analytics and data visualization. After you know what every tool is, how it is to be used, we simply tell you how we can visualize that data. Then there is the Python programming and data visualization using Python. Exploratory data analysis, which becomes very, very important to take that leap from data analyst to data science. Because in section 5, we'll be making predictive modeling using Python. And then finally at section 6, we have advanced machine learning and AI. All right, so section 1 is introduction to data science, introduction to Excel, and introduction to statistics. It also has descriptive stats and inferential stats. So you can see that each and every aspect of statistics is covered over here, right? So even if you're not from a statistic background, you don't know much about statistics, about maths, that is not a problem. Each and every mean, median, mode is discussed. So we take it from the very scratch to the different types of charts that can be used. Everything is made sure that is completely understood by the batch of students. Also, each and every person who is in the batch, the trainer makes sure that they are completely aware of each and everything, and they are understanding each aspect. All right, because we make sure that there is no gap between them. So the prerequisites are absolutely nil over here. We teach you everything from scratch. So again, module 1 will teach you about data science. What is it and how it can be used? We have Excel, sorting, filtering, basic and conditional formatting. Then introduction to statistics, the types of statistics, everything is covered over here. We also cover database design. We cover SQL as well in the first part of this particular module, right? Coming to the data visualization bit of it, we use advanced Excel as well. We have pivot table, what if analysis, dashboard creation as well in this portion, which becomes very, very important in the journey of data science, because Excel is the first thing that we need to know once we are in this journey. Then we have data visualization in Tableau. We'll learn about bar charts, line charts, area charts, how we can use data analytics to come up with various insights. We'll make dashboards. We will also learn about storytelling, which is a very important aspect. And not everybody knows the importance of storytelling. And I think a good data scientist can only be spotted once they know how to tell a story around that data, because dashboards can be made by everybody, but how to tell a story, which is a very important topic we touch upon, and we make sure that it does not go in vain. We make sure that it is focused upon very, very nicely. And I think this bit kind of makes sure that the entire crowd is set apart from the DG Perform students. Okay, then we have section 3, which has Python programming. We have Anaconda's basics of Python, data structures, file handling, functions, all of it. We start from various basic arithmetic operators like plus, minus, to finally input output function. It actually begins from very, very scratch. And if you have no idea on coding, that is absolutely of no issue. Everything begins from the very beginning. And since it's on Python as well, it becomes the jack of all trades. Everything can be done in Python, and it is not very difficult to learn that as well. Then we have module 10, which finally tells you about how you can use Python for data science, because obviously there are certain libraries which has to be learned as well, apart from the other logical and arithmetic operators. So we learn about NumPy, Pandas,
Excuse me, ma'am.
Matplotlib, Cbon. Yes, tell me.
You have told about this course for thank you, but I want to know fee. This course.
Yeah, sure. You will be told that in a bit. As I mentioned, I'm here to tell you about the technical aspect. If you would give me 5 more minutes so that I can run everybody through the various modules, right? You should know what you are getting into before you actually know what the fee structure is, right?
Exactly. This is what we are here for.
Let me just tell you that क्या क्या आप यहाँ पे आके सीखोगे, right? पहले वो तो पता होना चाहिए ना कि क्या क्या आप यहाँ पे सीखने वाले हो. So then we move to exploratory data analysis, data sourcing, data cleaning, univariate analysis, bivariate analysis. ये सारी थोड़ी सी technical aspect थोड़े ज़्यादा हैं. तो ये सारी चीजें हम लोग थोड़ा late से module 12 में we are starting to learn what all of this, so that things are easy on you all as well. Then finally we move to predictive modeling, module 13. We learn about regression, supervised learning model, simple linear regression, Python, multiple linear regression, industry relevance, and multiple linear regression as well. So this is about the predictive models कि हमारे पास जो past data था उससे तो हमने insights निकाल लिया, but final जब हमें future predict करना है तो उसमें कौन-कौन से algorithms लगेंगे, वो सारी चीजें भी you will be learning here. Then there is again a supervised learning model, because this is a very, very long topic. This part is module 14. We learn about multivariate as well. पहले हम यहाँ पे पहले multiple linear regression भी सीख रहे हैं, and then we are learning about multivariate logic regression as well. So this might sound way more technical than it actually is, but when you are actually learning it from module 1 till module 14, it will not be very, very difficult, because the pace is designed like that. And then finally, we have advanced machine learning and AI, where we make sure that advanced aspect of each and every aspect is shown to you all, and make sure it is delivered to you all. It includes the time series forecasting, model selection, business problem solving, tree models, and so on. Then we also have NLP, which is a very important aspect again. Neural networks and deep learning. Then we also learn about natural language processing, AI versus deep learning, sentiment analysis project. Then finally, module 16 is the elaboration of module 15. This is the last bit of it where we finally tell you about the concepts of neural networks. By this time, you'll be able to make machine learning models. You'll be able to make algorithms. You'll be able to make predictive models. And finally, there are so many problems that are listed over here which can be used in order to make sure that you are a good data scientist, right? So this was all about the course structure. Now, if you have any questions on technical aspect, I'll be taking that. And on any, let's say, the coding aspect of the other aspects of it, like the fee structure, the batch timings can be taken by the support team now. Please.
Hi, I do have a question. In the modules,
Yes.
after every module, is there any exam or practical that we have to do or submit something